Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is the 20th of May, 2013. Got some beautiful weather on the earth today. Again, this is the time of year when we get this just outstanding weather. These patterns are just unreal. Okay, so literally. Okay, so anyways, got this overlay that is pretty old. Did it quite. You can look on my channel and see how far back I discovered this one. This is pretty far back. Let me turn the weather off for a minute. Okay, I'll show you how this aligns with just the way the Earth is. Okay, first of all, now this picture of this crater, whether it's fake or whatever it is, or whether it's made to fit the Earth, it doesn't really matter, because what it actually points out, whether it's real or not, is that there is absolutely a pattern on the planet Earth that matches this crater. Okay, whether it's real or not, whether the moon hit the Earth or not, it's showing that, at least, the very least. Well, and I mean, it does show that the moon has hit the Earth, if this crater is real. Okay, so, I mean, every day, honestly. I mean, I'm not seeing things. I guarantee you that I'm not. Okay, guaranteed. So I call it the East Coast, impact, whatever, call it whatever you want. But see this shape? I pointed this out before. This is an important shape in this crater, because this shape of that crater is all over the Earth, and it just happens to be right here on the East Coast, right here. See that? Right there. See how it's right off? I just got it lined up right over the edge, because that's where the actual weather aligns. I'm going to show you that just right now. So this is the weather at this moment. The most up-to-date weather right here for right now. Let's just check the time that it was actually put up there. It doesn't matter. I can go back throughout the day. It'll fit here all day. So information. Okay, that was on the 21st. So it's still the 20th where I am. So see, 20th. So it's very up-to-date, this weather picture. Now let's just take a look at it. I just updated just now, probably. Okay, so weather. Check it out as I fade it in and out. Look at that fit there. Look at this edge. And this is an old overlay. I put this up months ago. I just brought it down lower in my list so I could get to it easier, because it was way up there. Just take a look at this spot right here. This spot's pretty cool. Let me turn off this conditioned crap here. Look at this. Look at this area here where you get the cloud and the radar return. Watch this. Look at that spot right behind it. Wow. Look how it's got a split right down the middle of it too. See how it separates? It's like this round spot right here with a split in the middle where you got the radar return on one side, and you got the clouds on the other. Just take a look at that fit there. Back it off. Pretty interesting. So like I said, whether you believe that the moon's hit the Earth or not, it absolutely shows that there is a pattern on the Earth that matches this crater. Whether you think it was the moon that hit the Earth or Venus or whatever, I don't know. You probably think neither one, but I swear the evidence shows it every day, every single day. If you just look at the weather, people, and do what I'm doing, it'll show you the same thing. All you got to do is reverse the Earth and overlay it onto, or reverse the moon and overlay it onto the Earth, and make it bigger than they say it is, and it'll fit every day, everywhere. No guesswork, no guesswork whatsoever. I see the shape of the weather. I know right where to go, I know what to put down, and it's this one right here will fit every time, and the south pole of the moon will probably fit in the same location, because they hit the same places on Earth. Absolutely. Let me show you this other one that I have for North America before I go. I'll get off this one here. Just take a look at that first. Look at that. Look at that edge right here. That's just that. Like I said, it's been here for months. And then you got this little piece right here lining up to the East Coast. Okay. Let's just fade this in and out and see how it fits there. Look at that. The entire Atlantic almost. Pretty interesting. I see the shape of the Gulf of St. Lawrence right there. I can see that pretty much up there. Look at right in the center of the Great Lakes. Got that crater right there. Boom! Look at that. Oh yeah. Fits nice. And this all down here, look at this curve follows this edge right here. Look at that. Florida. Turn the borders on. See what that looks like. Yep, I can see that. Can't you? I'm sure you can. I see something there. It just shows the real cycle of the Earth. Why, look at this is. How do you think we go into an ice age? Do you really believe what they say about this? Some crazy orbit sends us into an ice. Look, this is what sends us into an ice age right here. This hitting the Earth wipes out everything just about, and puts us into an ice age. We melt down, and people. There's still. I bet you people survive this. Somehow, some people survive it. Alligators and all the animals that have survived it. They've survived it. Humans too, I do believe. Somewhere, somehow. I like to think that anyway. And just look at that. Wow, that is just incredible. Okay, so now you see that. Now let's check out the other one I got. See, turn the borders back off. And the other one is the one that I showed just recently. The one that I lined up to the weather right here that day. It had that shape. I'll show it. They'll call it wings in North America because it's this kind of a wing shape right here. This is like a bird, kind of this shape, flying. Okay, so here's this with the weather. Let's check the weather with this one. Changed a little bit, but it's still there. It's still there. There's no way it's not there. It's still there. Look at that. Look at this up here. Look at this where it swirls around here. Look at this. Watch this. Weather just updated. See that? See how it follows the line right here? There's absolutely a curl right there. Not showing as good as it did the other day, but it still fits there, and I'll just leave it there, and we'll just check it every once in a while. It'll look at this. Now you can see another impact here, right here, and that's a whole different impact that I got lined up somewhere. I think it might be. Let's just check the fault line one too. The one that I did the New Madrid fault line. It's up here somewhere. Quite a ways up now. Oh, coming up. Coming up. Oh, it's way up there. There it is. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. So you're seeing multiple impacts in one location right there. You see the edge of that one, and here's another one that's off to the side right here. Multiple impacts. Multiple. I mean, there are many all over the earth, people. Sucks to think that, but that's what the weather shows. That's what the moon shows. Certainly does. There's that one that surprise, when I call it surprise crater. Wow, that's kind of weird today. Look at that straight line. Straight. Okay, so let's check what else is going on here. Oh, the Indian Ocean. I want to show you something in the Indian Ocean here. This is beautiful. Okay, so the other day, or like on the 6th or whenever it was, I made that video where I showed the Indian Ocean. There was just this big mess of weather right here. Hold on. There was this big mess of weather right here. It stayed there for like 9 days, like I was saying. 9 days, weather didn't change. There was a picture. It showed like a big hole, and the weather showed looked like there was a big hole right there, which is what I believe is there in the ocean floor. They don't show us the actual holes in the ocean floor that are there, but they are. The weather shows them to us every day. I mean, all the time. Right now, the weather's not showing much right here, but I did save a picture when the weather was being hidden on Google Earth a week ago or whatever. When on the 6th through the 15th, I had to go to other places for the weather, other sources for the weather. So I got this picture from Intellicast, I think it was. This picture here. And now I want you to just pay attention to how well I have aligned it over this over the actual picture on Google Earth. Just take a look at the borders that are on there. See that? Look how good that's aligned. See that? Everything's right in, just almost perfect, right? See India, the border of India right there. Everything's pretty much right on. I mean, it couldn't be much. It couldn't be off, but just a fraction of an inch, right, or a fraction of something, fraction of a mile or whatever. Okay, so I got that lined up all the way over to You can see in Hong Kong, it's pretty close, right over there, right up here. See, I'm just a little bit off on that part, but it's close enough. You can actually see where everything's supposed to be. Okay, and before I had this up here, I showed that this impact up here. This was this where'd it go? Indian Ocean. This impact. I showed you this impact in that video just recently, where I showed it in the dark, and it showed it really well in the dark. And it had lined up this point that was over here in the weather. Remember, I saw the point over here. It came to a point, and I wouldn't have seen it unless it was dark. Okay, well, this is that same overlay, the same picture in the same spot. I have not moved it. Okay, not at all. Not moved this picture at all. And I had it lined up perfectly to the weather that was there, that they left there for 9 days. Okay, now take a look at this. After putting that picture from Intellicast up there, this is what happened. Check out this part right here. Just see this oval, the oval crater. Watch this. See right there? Look at this right here. Okay, now you can see that pretty clearly from a distance right there. Look at that. What creates that little round spot? I wonder. But then you look up here, you see this point, how this all comes down. Look at this. That's from that weather. That's what this weather is shaping itself to, basically right there, I do believe. Back it off, just take a look. It's big because it's on the equator, basically. It's on the equator, so it makes it look bigger. That's the same place it was that day. And it's still, I mean, it fits that weather perfectly too. Perfectly. But I also see, in the south, remember I had the south pole of the moon up here as well. And I see those two craters that are on the south pole of the moon that are right next to each other right here. Those two big craters that are right next to each other right there. I don't know if I got a picture up that's labeled up here, but anyways, the other ones already are enough. The ones in North America, I mean, there's those ones right there. Oh yeah, let me just show you that one with the weather here. Hold on. Indian Ocean, and then the actual live weather. Okay, here we go. Look at this pattern that comes back this way. This stuff all fits in here really good. And the other day it looked even better. It was just, it looked like it hit here and then just sprayed everything this direction or something. It looked really cool. It fits in there. That weather fits in there. Look at that. See the lines it's following? Look at this hole right here. Watch. Come on, weather. Come on, weather. Right there. Look at this. Fits in that little hole just right. And we'll check it out. I'll check it out. You know, every once in a while, I'll check that one out. It'll fit during this time of year. It'll fit here really good. Look at this edge here. Fit right up against the edge right there on the moon. Look at that. Perfectly parallel with it. Here's your center. And the other day it was showing this whole thing filled with just a big hole, like it looked like a big hole in the ocean floor, which is what's probably there, because we know that, like that big earthquake that happened that set off the tsunami over there, right? Everybody remembers that, I'm sure. Okay, in Sumatra. Okay, well, I'm sure there's a big hole here, and everything's probably falling into the hole, basically slipping it. There's probably a landslide into the hole that they don't show us there. There's absolutely a big hole there. The weather showed it the other day. And I made a video about this other one the other day too that was just incredible. But I don't know. I had kind of an attitude in the video, so I didn't upload it. But right here, where it shows this big, where the Azores are, and it looks like a big, there's supposedly a ridge here and a big volcano. This used to be a big volcano. You can see it used to be a big volcano. Okay. Right there in the weather the other day, I swear the weather was showing It looked like it was three-dimensional. It looked like it was showing the layer of the mantle, and then you can see like these walls that came up, and you can see the crust, and then it went down, and you can see the layer, the round mantle underneath. The weather was just amazing that day. I mean, I'll probably upload it, even though I got an attitude in there anyways about, but I'll probably upload it anyway because it was. I mean, I know it. That's what I saw there. I mean, whether they say there's a ridge there. That's what they say. I don't believe what they say about any of that. If you can't see it, they're not going to tell you the truth. That's what I say in the video. If they don't have to tell you the truth, they will not tell you the truth. And they don't have to tell you the truth about that. They don't have to tell you that, so they won't. That's the way I see it. If they don't have to tell you the truth, they're not going to tell you. And they don't have to tell you the truth about the ocean floor, because you're not going to go down there and check it out, are you? Hell no. How are you going to do that? And if you did, and you came back up and said it wasn't like that, there's just a big hole there, who's going to believe you? So, I mean, it seriously, the weather was just incredible. Let's see what the weather is showing now. Just out of curiosity. It's kind of similar. Let's turn on the nighttime if we got some nighttime here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It's almost the same. Pretty close. But this you can see this was like the layer. You can see like right in here there was like it looked totally three-dimensional. This looked like the mantle right here and you can see like the crust. The weather was showing that. It was amazing. It's not showing it so well today, but right here, this part was the part that was like the mantle, and then this was the crust. You can see like a big hole, and then you can still see the big hole right there in the weather. It just doesn't look as good in three-dimensional as it did the other day. Look at that. Let's turn. Oh man, that is incredible. Let's turn that one back on. Yep. Definitely something right there, people. Alright, long enough. Have a good day. The moon's coming back. Keep your eyes on it. It looks like it's supposed to have another so-called supermoon next month. Okay, so let's take a look at that when it comes around. We've got to check that out. I swear it's got to be getting closer. It's got to be coming closer anytime, sometime. Maybe within years, but pretty soon. All right, have a good one.